What's going on, people? We back at it again, man. Let's just jump right into this topic. It's about streaming services, and I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute because, like, if you guys have been paying attention, there's so many big moves being made right now in the streaming game. It started with Disney. Once it was announced that Daredevil was being pulled from Netflix, you could already tell that the wheels were in motion. And then they announced that all the other subsequent shows from the Defender characters were being canceled. Out of nowhere, Jessica Jones was being canceled even after a great second season. Luke Cage is being canceled after a good second season. And then Iron Fist all of a sudden is being canceled after definitely a step up second season, because season 1 was boring as hell. And it looked like he couldn't fight. So the fact that these shows have all kind of go up, even though the Defenders was very underwhelming, unfortunately, it just didn't pack the punch it was supposed to. The single seasons from those characters, it was doing very well. So the fact that they all just got canceled and out of absolutely nowhere, Daredevil was announced. Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. So then, surprise, surprise, about a month or so later, Disney announces that they're doing their own streaming service. Of course, they want to get into the game. They see where the market is heading. Listen, cable is becoming obsolete. Okay, it's not too many people that's tuning into their cable networks anymore. Mostly it's the people who still watch sports heavily, and then maybe anyone who's like an old ass fossil or something. And then even that, like my grandmother watches Netflix. Like everyone is on the streaming platform wave because people want to be able to just go to whatever program they want to see and click play. They don't want to have to deal with TV Guide. They don't have to deal with show times. And they don't want to have to deal with how much you have to pay for fucking cable. Like, I had to cut cable out. I was paying $180 a month. $180 a month. And that was for 2 cable boxes and 1 router. It made no goddamn sense. Like, no, why do all of that when I can just pay for the internet and stream everything else I want to watch? I have Netflix. I have Hulu. I have Amazon Video. I'm good to go. I am good to go. All of that combined is costing me under $20 a month. So why pay $180 a month to watch a bunch of programs that I'm not watching at the moment? Because mind you, I guess I was paying for like the max package or whatever, but I like to have a large variety of what I watch. I like the channel surf. So I like to have different things to watch, but it makes no sense when you're paying like an enormous amount of money for a large amount of channels that you really are probably never ever gonna watch. I didn't watch more than half the channels I was playing on cable. But I'm paying almost $200, so I had to cut that out. Like the math didn't make sense, and just logically, it didn't make any goddamn sense. So that's probably how most people are looking at the whole situation, or just how they're looking at their finances in relation to what content they want to watch. Like, why pay all this money for this when this platform and service is offering better services at a much, much cheaper price? So cable is pretty much out of here, man. I guarantee it. I would say in the next 3 to 5 years, there's not going to be any such thing as cable. Okay, that shit is going to be out the window. Even the services that provide cable, AT&T, which has Spectrum, which was Time Warner, that's now Spectrum. Comcast owns NBC. They're doing their streaming service with them. They're doing their NBC streaming service. AT&T is starting their HBO Now streaming service. Like, these companies are not playing around. Disney has their own popping. So now, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, they got some competition out here. And all of these companies, they want like their piece of the pie. They see the fact that the pie has gotten a lot larger than it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, they pulled The Office off, right? The Office was, according to Nielsen, The Office was the highest rated show on fucking Netflix. They just pulled Friends off. Friends was the second highest rated show on Netflix. Not ratings in terms of quality, but ratings in terms of viewership. These are the 2 most watched shows on Netflix. Yeah, and mind you, I mention these 2 shows because The Office is owned by NBC and Friends is owned by AT&T. So if I'm the top executive at AT&T and I have the second most highest rated show on this particular streaming platform, and we also own a bunch of other shows that we could put on our own streaming platform, then yeah, I'm gonna want those numbers that Netflix is getting to come to my platform. Because not for nothing, I'm only getting a small portion of that because I'm licensing it to Netflix. So why license it to Netflix and give them a portion of the proceeds when I can just put it on my own service and collect 100% of the proceeds? It's kind of like the logic that you would take as an independent artist, except these aren't independent artists. These are all big wig corporations, and they don't give a fuck about quality, and all they care about is the fucking money. But yeah, all of these companies, they're now realizing, I don't know why it's taking them so long. I don't know if these type of situations, or just developing a streaming service, I don't know if that takes like years to do. I don't know the whole process behind that, but the fact that they're just now realizing what's going on when Netflix has been killing the game for years, it's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. But everybody's jumping on the wave, man. You know, PlayStation has a streaming service. DC has their own streaming service, even though that shit's struggling, man. That shit hurting my heart. But all of these big studios and these big corporations, they're jumping on the stream wave because they want their own piece and their own slice of that. Like, the shit, it's gonna be a mudslinging contest, dude. Not for nothing, because now, instead of being able to watch The Office and watch Friends and watch like that 70s show and whatever other shows that you normally go to when you go to Netflix, now if you want to watch these different shows, you're gonna have to subscribe to this service or subscribe to this service. And look, excuse me, there is no way in hell that I'm gonna be sitting here paying for Netflix and then paying for this company, and then it makes no sense. At that point in time, but like, it's gonna all accumulate to a cable bill. Like, I thought that's what we want. I thought that's what the whole purpose of streaming services was, to get cable the hell on out of here, and to allow all of these shows to essentially exist on one platform for our own convenience and for a better experience. But no, it's never about a better experience. Not with these fucking corporations, because they don't give a fuck. All they care about is the money. All they care about is the money and how much more of it that they can fucking swoop out of the people. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a rant about it. That's just a fact. But this is just about awareness, because all of your favorite shows and all of your favorite movies that you like to go to when you go to Netflix and watch, like, all of that shit is going to be gone. Like, I guarantee in the next, I want to say, 1.5 to 2 years, once all of these services are up and running and everything's off the ground and everyone's doing their whole trial test run, because you have to imagine, they're not sure if these things are going to work out, right? So they can't just immediately just put it out there and automatically have the confidence like, oh yeah, it's going to do great. No, you never really know that, because there's no guarantee that people are going to want to now pay your service as well as all these other services that they've already been paying. So essentially the first 1.5, 2, maybe even 3 years, it's going to be a trial run. It's going to be a test run. It's going to essentially see whether or not this was a good idea. And then if they find out that it fails, like it's not what they thought it was going to be, or the projections aren't as great as they wanted it to be, and they're taking too many losses, they'll essentially just strip down that service and then just relicense those programs either right back to where they took them from, or they'll relicense it to whoever else will buy them, probably for cheaper, and probably take less of the royalties or whatever. Not royalties, but other percentages. We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking at Netflix right now, yo, and I'm looking at Riverdale, which is on CW, which is Warner, which is AT&T. They got, what else is on here? Like, there's so many different shows on here that you can watch. Like, I don't know, man. It's gonna be a shit show. Like, it's 100% gonna be a shit show when all of these companies come out with their own shit. And now, as people, we all gotta figure out what we are willing to give up and not watch anymore. But this is just about a little bit about awareness, dude. Like, just pay attention to what's going on out here, because these services are the new wave. Like, this is where television is heading. Cable itself is obsolete. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? They love the convenience. You know what I'm saying? You can go on your phone, you can pull out your app, or you can go on your laptop or on your television, and you can go to your app. You can watch what you specifically want to watch. You can watch it as many times as you want to watch it, and for as many seasons as you want to watch it. So it's convenience over everything. So just be aware. This is definitely something that's going on right now, and it's gonna get messy, man. And when I mean messy, like, it's gonna get real. Like, so many shows and movies that you love and watch, they're just gonna start being pulled away from you. So just be ready. I didn't want to stay on that too long, to be honest, because I also wanted to talk a little bit about The Little Mermaid, and I want to touch on it lightly. Well, just that movie in itself, because I don't really care for The Little Mermaid like that. But the obvious and controversy surrounding it, it's all over the internet. They cast Halle Bailey. She's an African American girl. I believe she's like Beyonce's protege. She's like one half of a singing group with her sister. I heard her do some acapellas. Lovely voice, very pretty girl. She's black. So because of that, everyone has their issues with it. There's a whole hashtag, not my Ariel. This is a real thing, where you have these mostly Caucasian and white people, and they're on there, and it's, of course the first thing is, I'm not racist, but I would feel better if they just stuck more to the original, because that's not how Ariel looks. And aside from the fact that, one, she's a mermaid, two, she's a fictional character, and three, you guys are just you just sound delirious. Like, this is kind of a reason why I feel like all of these old, like, animated adaptations that we grew up on, they need to stay animated. They need to stay Disney animated films that live in our hearts like they always have. They don't need to bring these movies, in my opinion, to the live action, because all it's really gonna breed is a lot of toxicity and a lot of hatred. You know what I'm saying? This is just the laziness of Disney. Not for nothing, they have so much catalog and they've done so much shit that they're just gonna, instead of creating new products and instead of creating new brands, they're just gonna repackage old material and try to present it to you in a new way. And all this is gonna do is divide fans, because now you got millions of people online complaining about the fact that their mermaid is not gonna be white, which is what they want. She's gonna be black, so they're fucking pissed. And what it is them feeling like you're ruining what they consider to be their childhood memory, or their almost like childhood fantasy of The Little Mermaid. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it'll be like that for all of these films. When you bring these animated characters to life, you are now putting these animated, like, essentially characters for children, and you're bringing them into a realm where you have to actually deal with real issues. Like, people actually debating if someone playing a fictional mermaid should be black or white. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bringing out the true colors of people. And I'm not saying that you don't want to bring out people's true colors. What I'm saying is you just got to be ready for it, I guess. It's not even really like a warning. This is just like, people don't understand. When you grow up on something, and when it's really close and it's really, like, close to your heart, especially like these Disney animated films, people love these fucking movies, man. So when you now have to bring these movies to life, or you choose to, you're gonna have to cater to the whims of all of these different people who feel differently about this movie. You understand? Like, everyone loves these movies for different reasons, and different things matter to different people. Some people care that she's white. Some people don't care that she's white. Like these movies touch people in completely different ways. So now when you have to try to bring it to the big screen, which is always an issue with adaptations, there's gonna be a disconnect. There's gonna be a pushback. There's gonna be a friction. There's gonna be controversy. Like, there's no way that it isn't, especially when we live in this PC progressive era where everything has to be kind of catering to everyone. We have to try our hardest not to offend anyone, so we can kind of have our own opinions, but we kind of have to make sure those opinions don't fuck up the mood of everyone else. Like, this kind of shit, it breeds toxicity, dude. Like, it's just not a good environment. Like, they don't need to remake these. They don't need to remake these Disney films. They don't need to, or not remake them, but they don't need to bring them to. It's not necessary, man. For all of that, you can create a whole new set of characters, a whole new set of fables. Get your creative juices flowing. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. It shouldn't be that fucking difficult. and create some new concepts and new stories. Because all this is going to do is just breed more negativity. The fact that people are upset that she's black is fucking ridiculous. She's playing a mermaid. Like, I'm not even going to go into it. I shouldn't have to at this point. It has to be about logic. People are arguing over it like they're children at a fucking lunch table. You're adults. If you can't be adults about it, don't enter the conversation. And that's just facts. Like, what they need to do is stop trying to bring up all of these old ass publications that they fucking threw in the dumpster and now they want to bring back for nostalgia. No, dude, we don't need any more live action Peter Pan films. You tried like 4 times. It's over for that. All right? We really don't need The Little Mermaid. Like, we don't need that shit. We didn't need Lion King. We don't need these films to come to life. We don't need the fucking Sword in the Stone, even though they failed at King Arthur almost every time they tried to put it on the big screen. Like, we don't need any of this shit, bro. You feel me? Yeah, The Beauty and the Beast, it did well. That was a very progressive movie. Whatever. Disney needs to start being more original. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop bringing up these old ass films and trying to readapt them, because now you're trying to cater to the younger audience and the older audience. And then you got to cater to all groups, all people who all want to be represented, all different type of ways. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Disney's being lazy as hell. And it's not just them. It's all of these big name studios. That's also another reason why Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu are winning when they come out with their original programming and their original movies, and them shits do numbers and people fuck with it. People want original content. Original films only. I'm about to start hashtagging that. OFO. Original films only. I'm tired of these adaptations. I'm tired of these reboots. I'm tired of these remakes. I'm tired of these sequels and these fucking prequels. We gotta stop with that shit, man. I don't want to see Fast and the Furious 35. They talking about bringing the Matrix back. The fuck are we talking about? Nobody wants to see that. We don't need to bring the Matrix back. There's so many different other ideas that we can do aside from trying to bring back the Matrix in any capacity. It makes no sense. You tried to bring back Men in Black. No, we don't want to see that, bro. Like, I just want original quality films. Original quality films and original quality content. Okay? Get your creative juices flowing and stop being fucking lazy. Oh, you know what it really is? It's not even that. We just gotta really start creating our own shit. And that's what we just gotta start doing. Because these guys are getting paid way too much money to keep force feeding us the same bullshit that they've been giving us. Yo, there have been a lot of films that's come out that have been high quality, but there have been so many films that's just been lingering on the coattails of a franchise that should have fucking ended 10, 12 years ago. I'm tired of it. I love Star Wars, but after they do episode 9, that shit needs to go away for a while. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that Marvel's taking a step back and not bringing X-Men and Fantastic Four right away, even though they're pumping out films every year. I kind of want them to slow the fuck down. Like, I don't know. I'm in this original content mood, guys. 100%. That's just the type of time I'm on. But yeah, man, if you're one of those people that's complaining about this Ariel shit, you need to grow up. You know, it's not fuck you. It's not your dumb. No, it's none of that, dude. You just honestly need to grow up. And the same with the Mulan stuff. As far as Mulan goes, they're sticking more to the original story that Mulan was based on. But they're using the name Mulan from the Disney adaptation. That's why people are confused. I understand why they're doing what they're doing. It doesn't bother me. But I do think that they should use the original name, at least in the title or in more of a reference, so people aren't confused and there's not all this like unnecessary outrage. But at the end of the day, controversy sells, outrage sells. All this Little Mermaid controversy is going to do is going to make billions of people flock to the theaters to see if Halle Berry truly deserved to be, or Halle Bailey, excuse me. Fuck, dude. Like, why is that her name? Halle Bailey truly deserves to be Ariel, whatever. Controversy sells. The movie's going to do big anyway. People just need to grow the fuck up, though. It is what it is, but I think I'm going to cut it right there, man. Y'all take it easy. Y'all have a good one.